Salutations everybody, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't shown my face in a hot minute. It's been a second or whatnot. Happy spooky season. I'm not dressed very spooky. I don't really have any spooky makeup on. I don't care. Work and school are trying to murder me, so that's spooky enough. I went a little brighter with the hair, you know, and a smidge shorter, just a little bit. But today, we're going to be doing, so like a couple months ago, I gotta pull up my cell phone. So a couple months ago, I did a video, which if I can remember to link it up there, I will, which was the best eyeshadow formula. This is not the worst. I'm going to say the most difficult if you're kind of a beginner. And this is just my opinion. This is how I felt when I first tried these brands, okay? So we're going to go through them. I'm just kind of looking at my previous stuff, like what I've uploaded, and I'm just going to go kind of take a gander, and then we're just going to go from there, and we'll have a grand time, all right? So the video was about my favorite eyeshadow formulas, and yeah, part 1. I'm going to film a part 2 probably today. So yeah, Shazam, look, it's me. So yeah, part 1. I will try to remember to link that up there. So this is, I'm going to say least favorite until you have a level of comfort with it. Hear me out. They're not bad. It's just when I first started, like really getting into the makeup game, I had trouble with these. So let me just start to show you. Okay. Nabla. Okay. Hear me out. In regards to blendability and ease, sorry if I just blinded you. This is the berry. This is one of the cutie palettes. It's, what is it, number 3 or 4? Whatever number this is. Oh, sorry if I'm blinding you. What is this? Number 5. It's the wild berries. Beautiful color story. I do love the color story. I actually keep this in like my makeup bag, but I think I might 86 it. But these latex shades, like this one that came broken, it's just, I don't know, like getting a grip for it, where they had like these kind of hybrid shades, and I felt like sometimes the mattes didn't want to matte like how I wanted them to matte, especially starting out in the makeup game. And I just felt like I just had a little bit more difficulty messing with these, so I kind of just didn't rank this in my like top favorite. Love the color schemes, like the color layouts. Was not a fan of the full-blown like formulation when I first started. So I'm gonna say these are probably like my least favorite eyeshadow formulas, because Nabla is a little bit lower on the list. It definitely is a little lower on the list. So, oh wells, like, it's just my opinion. It's colorful powder, like, it's not that deep. It's pretty colorful powder, y'all. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. It's just powder. It's just powder. Next up, Melt. This one was just at the top of my pile, where I keep some of my makeup over here. That bin over there is actually most of my Nabla palette, so, and some sponges. But this is the Amor Mariposas release. I think this was released, what, 2 holidays ago? 2? Yeah, 2 holidays ago. This was like the last real big hyped I felt for a Melt release. Beautiful color layout. I want to say it. And I don't think a lot of people will say it, because a lot of people, when Melt was that it girl that it brand, you know, for like a very long time. Because I will say, so when they moved from, stacks. I actually have a couple of melt stacks. This is the She's in Party stack, right? So, She's in Parties. So, I have like the She's in Party stack. I have Baby Girl stack. That's actually really good. Blueprint stack. Shapeshift stack. Gunmetal stack. Smoke something like haze stack. I don't know. I've got a couple stacks. I don't know why the formulation did not translate into their palette format like these did. I will say this is a good formula. The stack formula. Palette formula, especially like the 420, the smoke sessions, that one, every last one I've gone through. I've had four, and they've all come shattered. The two I did keep are shattered still. Each have at least 2 shades in them shattered. There is something that is just, it is not, I will say, beginner user friendly. Like if you're just a rookie in the eyeshadow game, I don't feel Melt is beginner friendly. Blendability, pigment is, you know, it feels like it's hit or miss. Like the 420, it's more of you have to pack, like pack it on. And then the Gemini though. Gemini is where they did it right. But then there was like issues with the formulation and possibly like mold or the binders and, you know, ingredients slipping or something like that. I don't know. But not this particular, this one's okay. This one's okay. But I'm just going to say Melt as a in whole, as in general. As a whole. Once they got away from the stacks, I don't know what the heck they were doing, because these palettes ain't it, sis. Like the Mary Jane. It was okay. 420. That's a total flippity flop. And what's another one that was like, Brunette. That was dusty. I switched out a lot of shades in mine, and I just molded them. I will say there were some good ones. Rust, Gemini, 27, Muerte en Vida, and the Beetlejuice palettes. I don't know how their new releases. They do have that Nightmare Before Christmas collab, and those 2 palettes. I don't know what the quality is on those. I don't think I'm picking them up. Not right now. But, yeah, Melt. Least favorite formula. Love the color stories. Love the aesthetic. Other than, like, everything being, like, themed. Like, you could get, like, y'all can give it, like, you get it. You like beer and you like to, good for you. Don't make that your whole personality. But this was a good release. The Amore Torno collection, that was a great release. The Beetlejuice collection, great release. I feel like there's more to the brand. I feel like they can bring more to the table. I just feel like they're not capitalizing on their potential. Then also they're in Sephora, so you gotta turn out some shit. So, you know, I don't know. Let's get into the next one. Okay, Colourpop. Now this is just a palette I just had close to me. This one is actually not bad. This one is the Cherry Crush. I kind of rearranged it a little bit for my own liking. Ow! But Colourpop's like, I won't take that slander. Pop. But here's the kicker. Do we talk about it? Like, Colourpop. It was hella affordable. Super duper popular. With the boon of social media. A lot of influencers, big ones, small ones, mid-tier, you know, jumped on the Colourpop train because there were some banging formulas. I will say the Perception palette by Makeup Shayla, That one's good. I won't get rid of that one. The RBK one, the At Forest site, that one's good. The one that was with Karuchi Tron, Brown Sugar, that one was good. The Hokey Pokey palette, the first one. The Gather Round Sisters, that one was good. So, I will say, they do have some bangers. Also, their quads and that little cheapy plastic, that formulation is actually pretty good. But let's be honest, not all ColourPop is created equal. There are some that I found to be one, grave, like casket ready ashy. It looked like I was going to be Dracula's bride. Like pasty pale, ashy starter palette. Like it was just too ashy. Too ashy. You blend, it go where? It go off to Neverland. Like it just went off to Wendy, Tink, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Like it just flew away. And it'd be patchy. It would be patchy. It would be a little patchy. So what I'm saying here is, as I'm holding it like this, is that it was my least favorite formula. I won't put ColourPop in my top 10 favorite formulas. Now I did 5 before, and again, I'm trying to remember to link. I haven't linked a couple of videos in my past videos. I'll have to go back and fix that, but I haven't linked some things, so I'm gonna go back and link a couple of videos in up in the corners. If you watch, thank you for watching. This wouldn't be in my. This was definitely not in my top 5. Lorac was in my top 5. Blend Bunny, top 5. I'm probably gonna film another, I think, Cosmic Brushes. I'll watch the video. I did 5. I tried to just do not too many, but the video was like 40 minutes long. So actually I cut out like 20 extra minutes of footage, so I think I did okay. But yeah, ColourPop, not it, sis. Not it. It's not one of my favorite formulas. There's a few that are, they had, you know, and then they would discontinue all the good ones, like Good Sport. And they had another one that was pretty good. Whatever. I don't know if they still have that one. The Or Kid You Not, that one was good too. But other than that, like that's just me naming off a handful. Sorry, I was thinking, that's just me naming off a handful of their palettes, and they've released like 1,012. You know what I mean? In like 2 years. So what's that saying about you, ColourPop? Like the quality ain't there, sis. Not all the time. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's what the fudge. What are you doing? Major, this is ground control. Like, what are you doing? Like, phone home, ET. Like, what are you doing? So, that is also one of my choices for least favorite eyeshadow formulations. Ashy starter palette worth. Casket ready. Dracula's bride ready. Pigment flies away, flies away, flies away. Like a baby's laugh that makes a Tinkerbell, that a pixie, like a fairy is made out of, and it flies away. Think happy thoughts and it flies away off your eyeballs. Yeah, and patchy. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, as a member of the melanated community, sometimes I, not sometimes, all the time when I do my eyeshadow, I do want it to actually look like I have something on my peepers because I have big eyes. I want to look like I have something on my eyes, and sometimes the ColourPop doesn't give me. It's like, yeah, like, yas, give me nothing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That one. Let me not imitate the next generation slang. They're cute, let them have it. Baby, it ain't for me. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. 90s kid. So, let's get into the last two. We have two more. So I did 5 for faves, 5 for least faves. And we're going to do 5 for the next fave again, too. We're just going to keep it, you know, consistent. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, Fantasy Cosmetica. I know, they're new. So let's give them a little grace. They are new. This was their first palette, I think, into 2021, beginning of 2022. So they haven't been around very long, honestly. And this is their first palette. This is the old cover. They've redone the cover to make it more vibrant, and you can differentiate like the bear and the druid priest or peasant. I don't know what this. I'm not a gamer, so I can't tell you things like that. But I understand it's fantasy based, role playing game based, that kind of a thing. So let's get into what it looks like on the inside, which is this one. So here we go. And I've used this a couple times. I did a combination look, late last year, early this year, and I used this. And I'm not a novice in the eyeshadow game. Like, your girl knows what she's doing. I'm not saying I'm a pro. I'm not an MUA. I'm none of that. I am a makeup enthusiast and appreciator. I'm an MUAE, which is a makeup appreciator and enthusiast. And I had a little trouble with this, I'll be honest with you. Some of these shades did not show up as well. Again, a lot of the people I watch review it are fair, light, medium, fair. I will say I love watching Karen Harris because she's tan. So sometimes when things show up on her, like, I feel like there's a better, she's Sri Lankan, so I feel like there's a hope for me. And I do watch a lot of Tina, the Fancy Face, if things show up on her. Like, she's Jamaican and Indian, so if it shows up on her, it's gonna show up on me. Like, she's black, like it's gonna show up. I felt, I don't know if they reformulated or just repackaged, but I will say the newer releases, I feel the mattes are better. This doesn't make it in my top 10 or top 20 fave formulations, but I will say it does. I will say it is better than ColourPop. It is better than the other, what other brand was I talking about earlier? Melt. I'll say it's better than Melt. They are actually a little bit more affordable than Melt, because you get codes and stuff on their website, so it's nice. Blendability, I will say some of the shades are very similar, so they can blend into one another. I will say I didn't experience a ton of patchiness. It was more of like the mattes weren't matting for me. You know what I mean? The mattes didn't matte. Like, okay, I'm going to use a term that I said I was going to let the previous generation have. It wasn't giving. It wasn't giving me enough pigment. Like, I like that, wow. I like that kind of a matte. Like, when you put it on, like, it's sometimes overwhelming, but that means I have something to work with. This just left me feeling a little wah, wah, wah. But I feel like the newer palettes, like the Warlock and the Warrior and the Fighter, like the last 3 palettes they've released, look real good. And I feel like they've performed way better than their initial launch, which the Color Story, B-E-A, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just like, wasn't my fave Rooney. Wasn't my favorite Rooney, but I love it. It's still beautiful, and I still keep it in my everyday makeup bag. So it's still a win. It's just my least favorite on the formula scale, you know. And let's get into the last one. I don't think anybody's gonna be surprised about the last one at all. Too-faced. So this is the what? This was part of the Razzle Dazzle, the Tutti Frutti line. This is the Razzle Dazzle Berry palette. Oof. Let me just try not to blind you, because they love a good awkward. Okay, let's be honest. I'm gonna lean back for this one and lean back. Lean back. It looked like I bruised my eyeball. Like I bruised my face when I wore this. Somebody's like, oh my God, did you get hurt? Who hit you, Melissa? Who hit you? I'm not a fighter, but I have brothers. That was a real thing. I looked bruised. No matter how I did it, it looked a little bruised. Still smells great though. Some other palettes I've given away. I had the Sweet Peach palette, gave that away because it was too ashy. Way too ashy. The original chocolate palette, gave that away. Ashy. Semi-sweet chocolate bar palette, gave it away. Ashy. I did keep the chocolate gold bar. Yeah, that one I still have because I loved it, and that I loved that thing so much. I wanted it for years, and when I finally had the funds, I bought it, and I wore it, and I was so excited. For what? I tell you, there's nothing special about it, but that was actually a good formula. Like if they harness that and their holiday palette, like their gingerbread spice, the original, and there was another one that was really good that they did really well. Gingerbread spice, extra spicy was actually good. I try not to buy their holiday releases anymore. I used to, like I have quite a few of them. And oh, the Born That Way, the one that was made after the foundation, the original one, I was still working at Ulta. I have a story that I like to tell about Ulta, probably in another video, but if I can remember, because that wasn't a pleasant work experience there. There were some great people, but oof. Racism. Anywho's, I feel like it's trash Panda formula. I think it's subpar, and they got the they got the nerve. They got the audacity to be charging $40, $50, $60 for this stuff. And I really feel like Revlon and CoverGirl and even ColourPop can give me something better for the $14, $15, $16, $17, $18 price point. You know what I mean? Instead of this. Says a girl who has literally like 10 Too Faced palettes. 10. I used to probably have double that. And I've decluttered over half of them. It's just, I feel it's not worth the formulation. It's okay. Oh, the Italian spritz. I did buy that. I don't know why I did, but I did. Because I love an Aperol spritz. Those are delicious. I don't drink, but when I do have a drink, limoncello. I stay away from Greek Uso. I stay away from a lot of liquors, like especially from my dad's side in Nigeria. They have the strong. I forgot the name of it, but boy, if I saw the bottle, I'd be like, abort mission. It smells delicious, but it will mess you up. That's why I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. Give me a Coca-Cola or Sprit, or just water now. Just water. Trying to get my health. Health is wealth. I'm trying to get my health back in shape. Trying to get back in shape. Fighting shape. But yeah, this, it's just, it's disappointing. You know what I mean? For the amount of money and hype and cutesiness that goes into it, it's disappointing. This one left me looking bruised. The one that didn't, the pineapple one, wait, I have them next to me. Hang on. Sparkling pineapple. That one, this is a cute neutral one. This one's okay. This one's okay. It's okay. It's a cute little neutral palette. And this one is what? Papaya Pop. So here's the front. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about these. Nothing. to write home about. Nothing. Nothing. My eyes, I can see. No man, ain't got nothing on me. Like, seriously, nothing. 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 Again, ashy, casket ready. It's grave worthy. A lot of them are. Which is messed up to say, because a lot of them are. And I just don't feel it's like good. Ooh. But yeah. It's just not it, sis. Like, just not it. I feel like, again, for that $40, $50 price point, I should be getting something way better. Way better. So, thank you so much for watching. That is my least favorite eyeshadow formula. Let's say part 1, because I've got a lot of eyeshadow. And I'm looking around, and like right now, I'm looking down here at the palettes on my bookshelf. And I see a couple that I'm just like, yeah, no, that's a no for me, dog. Like, that's not the best formulation. Like, the brand got bad. Like, the brand is hit or miss. Like, one of them rhymes with smart. But, one suburban shmishmay. Little preview of what's coming for the next video. But, yeah. Yeah, what do you guys think? Like, if you want to leave a comment down below, like, what do you find are not the best formulations? It's freaking cold. It's snowing. Hence, I literally have my fleece jacket on inside the house. Because your girl's not trying to turn on the heat. Because of the electric bill and inflation. Anywho's it's... Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you could just do me a solid, please. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. It would behoove you to make smart choices. Yes, it would. With my big forehead. It would behoove you to make smart choices, okay? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for taking your time out of the day to stay and watch all my ramblings and all my other nonsense. I appreciate you deeply, more than you know. With that being said, we will see you in another video shortly. Peace easy. Bye. You can follow me on the Instagrams. I really don't post much, but you know, I'm there. Thank you. Bye.